everybody. So while everybody's still sleeping, my name is Lauren Cannon, and I am here to share with you some more skill sharpeners. Now, these are for grade 2, but this is going to be a very quick flip through of these. We are not ready to use them yet, but I have pulled them and bought them because I can see some things in here that we might be able to use early on, and I just wanted to be prepared and already have them on hand. But I'm going to get a few more, so don't think this is it. But I'm trying to build up her up to 5th grade curriculum at this point. And I know some of you are probably like, yeah, but how do you know what she's going to like or what she's going to use? Well, I just know there's pieces of these I will for sure use to add to whatever we are doing. But I still have a few more to get. And her math curriculum I haven't fully settled on. So in the meantime, I'm getting what I can and then going from there. So this is Science Skill Sharpeners for grade 2. Boop. And I really love anything Evan Moor, just about. I'm not a big worksheet person, but I do like a lot of their materials because they incorporate reading into what they're doing. And you can see from the scope and sequence, they cover pretty much what we'll be covering too. So I just wanted to show this to you guys, give you a chance to see what's going on in these books. And like I said, I'm hoping that, when I plan out science for each year, there's some of these things that we may actually use in kindergarten or we might use in 1st grade. I am not positive where we'll be for sure, but I just want to be prepared. And I'm planning on kind of doing a theme for the whole year, but it's being a spread out theme, as in, like, we might do all life science one year, and then we might do all earth systems in one year. But we're going to spread it out and then make sure it's good and fun and interesting. And she may not love that system, but that's how I'm preparing things for right now. And then that way it's not going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. It's like we get to dive deep into whatever it is we're doing and actually have more time to accomplish field trips or find outside sources and all kinds of things. And like solid, liquid, and gas, I kind of thought we could do in kindergarten. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's why I went ahead and purchased 2nd grade, in case you're wondering. And I love that it gets them really thinking about what they're doing here. Uses graphic organizers. Fill in the blank. Has them do an activity. And then this reading I could easily read to her. And then we could circle back around and she could read it on her own. And work through it. So I just like how big the pictures are. How clear it is. So anyway, there you go. There's a chunk of changes in matter. I'm going to go on to forces in motion. You can push, you can pull. And then we could do machines with this as well. There's a few Osborne books I've seen that would go great with this unit. So I'm going to be pulling those to get this together all in one unit. But I am in the process of creating a whole science curriculum for pre-K, and I'm going to be working up through each grade level. And I am going to probably look through this and be like, oh, we could do something similar. Or, oh, I like how they did that. I'm going to create an awesome, fun printable that'll make it easier for parents and teachers to cover this. So there you go. Magnets. And then this is the animal life cycle section. I'm just going to flip through. Body parts. So that I plan to do in kindergarten as well. So I'm glad I went and got this. So we talk about growing and changing. And then my body. And moving along. There's just one little art project. Last year, now there's a chart to fill out your measurements, bones, and joints. So like something like this could go in a fun little interactive journal. This is actually something I was going to have her draw out, and then she could write, and then at the end of the year, fill it in again instead of last year to now. We're going to see how we go from one end of the year, and that's why I like having kind of, my husband mentioned doing, instead of life science, earth science, and forces in motion and all that stuff all in one year, he was kind of like, well, what if you spread it out more and got more into it? He's like, that's when I remembered it better in school, was when they taught it that way. I was kind of, yeah, it makes sense. There's a bunch of body books on Usborne that are so cool, you guys, that I'm going to be showing you later. And I say Usborne a lot, but I believe it's Usborne. Missing Bones, Sweet and Salty Skeleton. So there's a lot of cool things, but now that might be a little scary to some kiddos. So I don't know, we'll see if she's ready for it. But then here's Animal Life Cycles. And we've got a few things to go with this that I found at Michael's. Cool comparing eggs. And plants. Grow and change from seed. Pumpkin life cycle. Oh, she loves helping me plant pumpkins, so we'll probably be doing that. And you measure the life cycle of a pea. And you get the idea. Now here's some habitats. And so see, I went ahead and there's the moon study and there's this, oh look, they did the Big Dipper and Little Dipper. Oh, that's so fun. We're going to do a whole thing on that. I actually teach a class for it on OutSchool. So we're going to be doing that. Space in a jar. Here's the sun. So we're going to be studying the sun, it looks like. And then weather, which we're going to talk about this already. She loves checking the clouds. So we're going to be doing that definitely in kindergarten. Maybe end of the second year of pre-K. So that's why I'm glad I went ahead and grabbed this. And maybe I can kind of pull some resources from this or use it for review. You know, over the summer, let her kind of go through it, work through it. Scientist tools. Engineers. Anyway, so there's a whole answer sheet in the back. Thank you, Skill Sharpeners. Here's grammar and punctuation for grade 2. And then you get a whole letter to the learner, usually in the beginning. And here's your table of contents. And see, that goes with living things, so I can put it with that unit. That'll be fun. Fun, fun. Alright, so here's how they go about it. So you do a little reading, and then you have grammar and you have punctuation practice, which is really good. Then they go into plurals. And punctuation, pack a lunch. What's the punctuation? Write it right. Colons, comparing. It has them rewrite the sentence like they should. Finish the story. Just very colorful and so cool. Commas. Growing adjectives. Comparative and superlative adjectives. Write it right. Sleepover. But they make it so it's fun for the kiddos. Like it applies to something like a sleepover. Like they would want to do that. Poems. Follow the dates. Write it right. Make a list. Naming or telling. Recycling. Animals go talk. Parade day. Working on the house. Irregular past tense verbs. And then you get an answer key in the back. So you get a feel for what these guys are. I'm not going to go through page by page because that'll take forever. You guys will be like, oh my gosh. Alright, so in case you didn't catch, this is Spell and Write for grade 2. And your table of contents. Oh, they packed a lot in this one, didn't they? At the gym. So each of the 12 units is based on a fun theme and includes a story or article, a spelling list, spelling activities, grammar and punctuation exercises, writing skills, and test practice. Now, Logic of English comes with spelling, so I probably won't use this solely. I might be using this through the summer or something, like just to reinforce and kind of give her something to work towards. And we can use it for her reading through the summer. Because they don't give them a ton of reading, but it's big print, gives them something to practice. And then I may be creating my own materials to go along with these, like some word searches and different things. But each unit's pretty much the same. Pet names, capital, pet questions, lost and found. And then there's a little test. And then busy bees. Parts of the sentence, spell and write. So each unit is similar, and then you get a test, you get a story, practice, some sort of puzzle fun thing, and then writing and sentence work, as you can see, and then a test, and then another unit, and it's color coded. I love that. She's gonna love all the colors. It's gonna be really good. All right, so you get the feel for it. Here's some of the spelling lists. You can quickly flip. I like when they do this where they have to spell it out and think about what letter goes in what order. And then there's your answer keys. And that is grade 2. So come back because we're going to be doing a bunch of first grade books. So definitely come back and hang out. And I'll see you then. Bye, guys.